Each fall, Apple introduces new iPhone models, and 2022 will be no exception. We're expecting 4 new iPhones in 6.1 and 6.7-inch sizes. 2 of those iPhones will be standard, more affordable models called the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Max, while the other 2 will be the higher-end Pro models called the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. In this roundup, we have all the details on what to expect from the higher-end iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, and you can also check out our iPhone 14 rumor roundup for a complete overview of all 4 iPhone models, including the more affordable options. As with the iPhone 13 Pro lineup, in 2022, we are expecting a 6.1-inch iPhone 14 Pro and a 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Pro Max. Rumors suggest there will be some major design differences between the iPhone 14 Pro models and the standard iPhone 14 models because Apple is introducing changes to the Face ID camera. Instead of a notch, the iPhone 14 Pro models are rumored to include 2 display cutouts. A pill-shaped cutout will house the Face ID dot projector and other Face ID components, and a second circular cutout will accommodate the front-facing camera. The non-Pro models are expected to continue to have a standard notch. The iPhone 14 Pro models could have a titanium chassis, which would be an upgrade from the stainless steel used for the iPhone 13 Pro. Titanium would also set the iPhone 14 Pro apart from the iPhone 14 models that are expected to continue to use an aluminum chassis. There are camera improvements coming to the iPhone 14 Pro models. Apple is expected to introduce a 48-megapixel camera and 8K video recording capabilities. There could also be some improvements to the telephoto lens, and we may see a better ultra-wide camera. The 48-megapixel wide camera, the telephoto lens improvements, and the lighter scanner will continue to be Pro-only features. As for the front-facing camera, all models could get an improved lens with a wider aperture and autofocus capabilities. In addition to receiving camera improvements and notch changes not coming to the iPhone 14 models, rumors suggest the iPhone 14 Pro models could get an updated A16 chip, while the non-Pro models continue to use the A15 chip in the current iPhone 13 lineup. If it happens, it will mark the first time that Apple has put a faster chip in a Pro iPhone model. With past devices, both standard and Pro iPhones have used the same chip. Apple is expected to use Qualcomm's Snapdragon X65 5G chip, which is the first 10-gigabit 5G modem with faster connectivity speeds and connectivity improvements. Alongside the X65, Apple is expected to introduce new satellite-based emergency features that will let users send texts in emergency situations and report accidents with no cellular coverage. Taiwan's Economic Daily News has suggested that Apple has ordered 5G radio frequency (RF) chips from TSMC, with Apple using its own technology instead of chips from Samsung. The chips are allegedly manufactured on TSMC's 6-nanometer process, which offers a smaller package with lower power consumption. This could perhaps lead to better battery life when using 5G technology, along with support for Wi-Fi 6E. The Qualcomm Snapdragon X65 enables some satellite connectivity features, and alongside the modem, Apple plans to implement satellite-based emergency features that will let users to send texts in emergency situations and report major emergencies in areas where there is no cellular coverage. Emergency message via satellite will let users text emergency services and contacts using a satellite network when there is no cellular or Wi-Fi signal available. It will be a new communications protocol alongside SMS and iMessage, and it will feature gray message bubbles. Message length will be restricted. Another feature will let users report major emergencies like plane crashes and fires using satellite networks. These features are still in development and will launch in 2022 at the earliest. The 2 iPhone 14 Pro models will continue to support 120Hz ProMotion display technology, and rumors suggest ProMotion is likely to continue to be a feature limited to the more expensive iPhone models. Though some rumors have suggested that 120Hz refresh rates could be added to all iPhone 14 models, display analyst Ross Young believes that this isn't going to happen because of display availability issues. Apple is sourcing LTPO OLED displays for the iPhone 14 Pro models to allow for 120Hz ProMotion refresh rates. Though Samsung supplied the OLED panels that Apple used for the iPhone 13 Pro models, Apple is planning to also source some displays from LG Display and Bo in 2022. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman says that the always-on display will work with the lock screen widget feature in iOS 16. iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max owners will be able to see information like weather, fitness, reminders, calendar events, and more without having to wake the iPhone's display. The always-on feature will work similarly to the always-on display on the Apple Watch, and it will also display time, date, and unread notifications. With the always-on display technology, iOS 16 wallpapers will feature a sleep state that will darken the wallpaper to use less energy. The darker tint will be suitable for a dimmed always-on display, and it will likely activate and turn brighter when the display is actively turned on. The sleep tint that's available is likely to be applicable to any wallpaper that the user chooses. Like the always-on display on the Apple Watch, the unactivated iPhone display will show a darker, fainter version of the wallpaper, time, and widgets. Hints of what an always-on display might look like have also been found in this Code 14 beta. The beta includes an interesting lock screen interface that eliminates detail from an on-screen widget as the screen wakes. The animation indicates that the iPhone 14 Pro models could remove intricate details from widgets and other lock screen content when the iPhone is locked and the always-on display is active. So guys, that's all in this video. For more interesting videos, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.